It's time for Mortal Kombat 1.
Okay, there it is. All right.
And
fast. Brian's at the edge of his seat.
On this one. It has been 4 years since MK11, and ever since, Ed Boon and the team at NetherRealm have been hard at work on the most ambitious MK yet that reboots the series into a new era timeline. And
rebooting it again, because remember, MK9 was also a reboot.
What does it look like? Who's on the roster? How do the new cameo fighters work? Well, now it is time for combat. No spoilers, but this video is literally insane. Here is an extended first look at the story, gameplay, and yes, of course, the fatalities of Mortal Kombat.
All right, be warned, y'all. We got some violence going on here.
Yeah, but say if they're gonna show off the fatalities, you might want to turn on the grayscale.
Oh, we'll be fine.
No, because they're notorious for like demonetizing because of all the gore and blood.
I'll figure it out in post. It's all good. Looks nice.
Almost looks like the Liu Kang's kind of fighting style.
Today, you have proven worthy of joining us. Come, there are other champions I must gather.
What do you want?
Sento. It's my family blade.
Sento's mine, and I won't give it up without a fight.
So they are assists, okay.
Oh.
And believe it or not, that's not a fatality.
How? Okay.
Yeah, starting with 9, they introduced these moves called X-rays, which, you know, they do a lot of damage, but for some reason they're not fatalities.
God of fire.
Yeah, so they're like Marvel vs. Capcom 1 assists.
Okay.
I mean, it also kind of sucks because I feel like that kind of deconfirms them as playable characters. That they're only just there to, you know, do a little bit of additional damage.
Who knows?
So I'm guessing he's a new Raiden.
Well, damn, all right. Shit!
Okay, that had to have been like a brutality.
I only want what's best for you.
Or do you secretly covet my throne?
No, that's not Cyclops, it's Kano. Now I'm wondering what the story is going to be for those two.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I need to actually like refresh myself on Mortal Kombat lore, straight up.
You can like start with 9, and then just like go from there.
Lamau! So it looks like you can play all of those characters, and you can choose assist.
Well, as I'm saying, it's like I don't think they are. Okay, that should have killed you right there.
Right? But it's Mortal Kombat. Nothing kills you here.
Are you sure about that?
He's not dead. Totally, he's not dead.
Okay, so it looks like you can use the cameos for fatalities as well.
Yeah. That's a lot of gore. I guess we may be grayscaling this later. Ooh.
And the classic fatality.
And he's somehow not dead. September 19th. Okay. Of course. And beta access. Okay.
I mean, that was pretty good, right, guys?
That was pretty damn good.
Now, I'm sure you have many questions about what we just saw, and to tell you more, I am so honored to welcome to Summer Game Fest one of our industry's greatest creators, a man who has been loyal to the same franchise and fan base for more than 3 decades. please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest the creator of Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon!
You and your thick-ass eyebrows.
But
Bro,
bro,
look at them shits.
it's fine. Like he made Mortal Kombat. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Congratulations.
When you make something that iconic, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Ed, first of all, thank you for that incredible world premiere. We got to see all of the gameplay of MK1, and everyone just wants to know more about this because, first of all, this is it's MK1, right? It went from 11 to 1. So tell us about this. Is it a new timeline?
Yeah. I don't know how many people have seen the ending of Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah.
Liu Kang basically was kind of graduated into a fire god, right? And he created a brand new universe. Yep. And this universe, this is why we're calling it Mortal Kombat 1, is because this is the beginning of a new timeline. A number of these characters you've seen before, but they're told in a completely different story. And so Sub-Zero and Scorpion are brothers now, and there's all these things that were rivalries before are now allies, and so mixing the whole thing up.
So that's a spoiler that I think he meant to drop. But like, all right.
Well, it looks incredible. Everything we saw there was, in-game gameplay. The cinematics look incredible. I know the team has been working for 4 years on this, but the thing we got to talk about are these cameos, because we saw some pretty amazing stuff there. Now, so tell us, how does that work? You have your main, character that you'll pick, and then I know you also have a separate kind of cameo menu, so you pick sort of a pair when you start the game?
Yeah, normally in a fighting game, you'll see a roster, basically, where you select your character. After you do that, there's a second roster of characters, which are a whole new, completely different fighters that are the cameo fighters. And these fighters actually, they will join the fight. But a lot of
blank squares there.
Yeah, so it's kind of like imagine yourself with Sub-Zero, but you have some of Jack's moves, and you can call him out. You can do it multiple times, as you saw in the gameplay. So you can you can basically combine these two characters. All the characters can be combined with all the cameo fighters, and that's where you see. That's where the player's kind of imagination comes in, and they can actually customize it for what they like seeing. The best team ups.
Well, so how does that work? So you're in gameplay, you have your main, you have your cameo. How do you summon them? Is it time-based? Like, how often do they come in? It's not a tag team thing, right?
Exactly. And you're basically summoning them. It's just one button push is basically summoning, but they have a variety, so you can go, push
so yeah, again, if you ever play Marvel vs. Capcom 1, you should know exactly how this plays out.
Okay.
And so the combination.
Oh, I see. So you can bring them in a combo almost.
Exactly. And you see there's like a meter up on top, which is basic. That'll limit it, so you can't obviously fire them indefinitely, but you can call them pretty much whenever you want, and they have like in the middle of a combo they'll have a lot of basically a whole arsenal of their moves. So Sonya will come out there. Sometimes you'll see them
like I'm trying to see if there is like a bit of a timer before they come back out.
Well, there's a meter somewhere up on supposedly at the top where they're going in.
That'll be in the cameos, or there's some repeats from the main roster. How will that work?
Yeah. Some of the characters are going to be available as cameos as well as the main roster. So you can play Sub-Zero with Sub-Zero, right? you can same thing with Scorpion, but a lot of our cameo fighters are kind of like nods back to our first game. So you'll notice Sonya and Kano and Jax are in their kind of older costumes. And so there's a lot of that novelty. We have a lot of like really surprised ones. I think
a lot of them having like their Mortal Kombat
in there. Yeah.
Like,
so there's
I'm talking
a lot
first
of like kind
Mortal
of really
Kombat.
digging into the old Mortal Kombat games as far as getting, we really love the novelty of it. We really want the cameo characters to feel, kind of nod to the old games.
Well, speaking of not the old games, let's talk. You
I didn't hear what he said.
I didn't hear. So
that Jean-Claude Van Damme is actually going to be in this game as Johnny Cage, right? Is that true?
Yes.
That was
it finally comes full circle.
Was such an inspiration for Mortal Kombat, so he finally is now.
Yeah, because for those that don't know, Johnny Cage in the very first Mortal Kombat was based on Jean-Claude Van Damme.
To be Van Damme.
So now he's going to be Johnny Cage.
That never really worked out. So I can't tell you how many times over the last 30 years we've tried to get him. We were this close, like 4 or 5 times. And so finally we got him, and he's doing the voices too. Wow. So you're going to hear Jean-Claude, his voice doing Johnny Cage lines and stuff like that. We're really excited about it.
Wow. Well, I know the team has been working so hard in Chicago to build this through COVID, and it's coming out in September, so we don't have to wait long, right?
That's right. This has been a very difficult secret to keep over the last 4 years.
Without
Is
a doubt.
NRS based in Chicago?
But
There's a branch here, yeah.
we could not be more
And
excited.
then,
in
Mortal
terms
Kombat
of,
works here.
getting players'
Yeah.
hands on it. And throughout the
there's
summer, we're gonna be
one
showing
in
a
Chicago.
lot more content,
that's what
a
I'm
lot
saying.
more characters, a lot more cameo characters. So there's a lot of reveals that are coming up.
Amazing. Well, Ed,
And some that
thank
have
you
been
so
leaked.
much for giving us the first look at MK1. As you said, this weekend people will be playing it, press and media, so we'll be seeing lots more coverage, lots more characters
Oh,
to
no,
reveal
the
on the
whole
main
studio
roster
is in
and
Chicago.
cameos.
Nice.
Oh, I thought it was just
Ed
French.
Boon,
All right,
thank
cool.
you so much. First look
Let's
at
go
Mortal
Chicago.
Kombat. Awesome. Thanks so much.
All right, awesome.